Hey sellers, it is time to wake up.
What we see nowadays is that equity is starting to disappear.
In today's video, we will cover what is going on currently in the Metro Atlanta real estate market. Stay tuned.
Hello everybody, this is Gamalier, broker realtor with Sturgis Realty Group.
And I'm Alan Rios. I'm the realtor with Sturgis Realty Group here in Metro Atlanta.
Today we have an excellent topic for those people who are thinking about selling. Right now, obviously, the market is transitioning from a seller market to a buyer market.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about selling your home, this is the time to do it because of that shift that's going on in the market as we speak.
And what we see, obviously, inflation's out of control. We're looking right now, the highest we have seen since 1981. We're standing at 8.6. So obviously, interest rates has been going up. And now with the Fed meeting that's going to happen at the end of this month, most likely they're going to push up that interest rate up, which is going to show in the retail side for people who are getting loan. Again, interest rate may be going a little bit higher.
Yeah, and you know what happens when interest rates rise, your equity will start to go down slowly, right?
Yes, and obviously what we see, obviously this is something that's going on in the market. Obviously as interest rate rise, the cost of getting a loan gets higher, and a lot of the buyers that were able to buy your home disappear. So that's what we're starting to see, and obviously
they get priced out.
They definitely get priced out. There's less demand, and then also there's a fear in the market. Also, that some of the buyers are thinking like, "What's going on with the market? Should I hold? Should I buy now?" So obviously that's something. But for buyers, obviously if they're able to lock out the rate, even right now we're still considered a low rate.
6%.
Before it goes up, even if the house goes down a little bit, and the interest rate goes up, a lot of times your payment is going to be a lot higher for those buyers.
All right, so let's talk about what's going on currently in our Metro Atlanta market. We're going to talk about and highlight 3 counties, Fulton, Cobb, and Paulding. Let's take a look at Fulton County. That's the home of Atlanta, right? And median home prices here, right around $575,000. But what really stands out, Gamalier, when I look at the days on the market, we're in double digits now. 16 days is the average days on the market in Fulton County. Do you remember last summer around this time how things were like going away like hotcakes?
Yeah, so definitely the market you see is changing. It's still a seller market here in Metro Atlanta, but we do want to show that obviously the market is switching. If we were standing sometime last year, this time, or 6 months ago,
that's true.
We're looking at less than 7 days in the market, and sometimes some of the property just would, they will not last in the market 24 to 48 hours, and they will receive also multiple offers. Nowadays, we start seeing a lot less offers in some of these homes, compared to what we're seeing sometime last year.
And a lot of people are not getting used to it. It's happening kind of quickly.
It
happened over, I'd say, maybe a couple of months' time, where we started noticing homes were getting multiple offers, and all of a sudden starting to slow down just a bit and staying on the market a little bit longer. What about Cobb County, Gamalier?
Well, Cobb County, obviously, it's up north, touches Fulton County, and it's another county that we have to pay attention to. And currently, right now, the median price in Cobb County is $449,000. But also, like Alan mentioned, in Fulton County, we started seeing also the days on the markets are 14 days compared to used to be less than 7 days also. Yeah,
that's the trend going on around Metro Atlanta. Like he mentioned, still a seller's market, but we're noticing the days on the market before it goes on the contract. It's getting a little bit longer and longer each time we look at the data. Paulding County, let's take a look at Paulding County. This is northwest of downtown Atlanta. Median home price here, right around $365,000. But get this, days in the market, 17 days.
That's a lot of days.
Wow.
And obviously, keep in mind, Paulding, we were looking also, Paulding was less than 7 days too a year ago. And some of the houses were selling pretty quickly, less than, again, 48 hours. But now we're starting to see these houses, stay in the market longer, way longer, more than double. But also there's some room for negotiation and more inventory for buyer, which the trend that we see now with this market, the inflation being so high, we're going to see there's going to be inventory is going to increase. Prices are looking to decrease a little bit. We're not looking at the year, 2010, 2008, when prices were discounted 20%, 25%, and 40% in some market. But we definitely see some adjustment in the market, some opportunity for buyers to come in and able to finally find a home that they love.
Yeah, so let's talk about those potential sellers out there. So if you're thinking about selling your home, this is the time to do it, right? This is the time to get the most amount of money from your sale of your home, because as we have been talking about, interest rates are going to continue to climb, right? And that's going to cause home prices to eventually kind of balance out, and they'll have to drop just a bit. So if you've been on the fence about, should we hold off till next year, or should we sell it now? Let's do it now, and we can help you out with that too.
Definitely, this is the time to sell, because obviously understand that the market of real estate has gone up over the year because of the demand of interest rate being so low. A lot of buyers were coming in, and also due to COVID, obviously a lot of people kind of got tired of their little house apartment. They were looking for trade up to a bigger home. So that's the reason why we saw such a high demand that we have not seen in years. But now as interest rate goes up, there's a lot of things that happen. Obviously, it's the fear of the buyer holding off. And also another thing, obviously the payment is getting a lot higher, and people cannot afford the house that they wanted before anymore, because the rates are almost double from what they used to be years ago.
Yeah, I mean, hard to believe we were down in the 2s, right? Like mid to upper 2% range for interest rates, and we've more than doubled that. Another group that we want to talk to are for sale by owners, right? So folks out there who are thinking about putting their house up for sale on their own, well, you may want to think about that too, because it doesn't make a difference what market we're in. If it's a strong seller's market, or in the market that we're in right now where it's starting to transition, the way to get the most amount of money from your home is to make sure that you work with an experienced realtor. And it's all about exposure, right?
Yes.
And you want to get it exposed to as many buyers as possible, because when you sell it on your own, you're only exposing your home to about 10% or less of the qualified buyers. Working with an experienced realtor like us, we can make sure that we can expose that house to 100% of the qualified buyers. So
at any given point, when you compare what for sale by owner could sell their home and a realtor, experienced realtor could sell their home, any given point, like Alan was mentioned, experienced realtor will always get the most money out of the home, a lot more than a for sale by owner could do, but also will make the strategy and the transaction smoothly and make everything easier.
And there's another group that we're talking to as well, the group that maybe had their house on the market before with a realtor, right? But it just didn't sell, and coming out of a great market, they're like, what happened? I've heard neighbors down the road get their house sold in 24 hours or go down the contract for 24 hours, but my property just did not sell.
And that we're talking about expired listing, those people again that had the house in the market with the agent, and they were not able to sell. And obviously there's three main reasons why that happens. Number one reason obviously is a lot of times is the home is overpriced. Yeah. And the reason the home is overpriced sometimes is because they didn't compare apples to apples. They compared to a bigger home, or they didn't take in consideration the conditions of the property. Yeah. And a lot of times obviously they have someone who come in and not an experienced agent who didn't do a right market analysis of the home, or didn't give the right things that they needed to do to get the most out of that home. Yeah, so you mentioned number one is overpriced, right? The property wasn't, evaluated well in the current market. The condition of the home is number two, making sure that it looks great. You want to make sure it's updated. Obviously, if you can do that, that's great. But if not, you make sure that the house is clean. You get rid of all that clutter. And an experienced realtor like us would come in there and give you some tips and ideas on how to do that. And then number three is, Gamalier had mentioned, inexperienced realtor. A lot of times we have a buyer's agent, right, versus a seller's agent. And we've talked about that in the past, where maybe you hired a buyer's agent to sell your home. And obviously having an experienced agent when it comes to selling is very important. Understand that there's two agents, like Alan mentioned, there's a buyer agent and then there's a listing agent. The buyer agent is the one that help you take you around and help you buy a property, but the listing agent is the one who specializes and knows how to sell property. They have a marketing analysis, they give the best exposure to your home. They have technology and experience doing that. So obviously when it comes to selling a home, you want to make sure you hire a great listing agent that could give the best exposure to your home. All right, so we talked about those three groups: people who are thinking about selling, for sale by owners, and also expireds. Hopefully we helped you out in those areas.
Let's talk about what we provide, Gamalier, Sturgis Realty Group. What makes us stand out?
Well, I would have to say the one thing that we pride is our client experience. We feel that what we offer one of the best client experience in the market. For us, it's very important that our client understand the whole process. They get the most out of their property, whether you're selling a home, that you get the most equity out of that home. If you're a buyer, that you get the best price, and then you're making sure that there's no mistake happen, that you get an inspection, that we talk to you to get the best interest rate. If you're a seller, we're gonna do a market analysis of your home, and we offer a free market analysis for those people who are thinking of buying or selling, and we'll come in, take a look at your home, tell you things that you need to do, and also make sure there's no obligation or cost to you. Yeah. And if you decide to go forward, well, obviously hiring us, you will see that you're going to have a great experience when you hire.
Yeah, our communication line will be open at all times when it comes to putting your house on the market. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, you can reach us at any time. But we not only work with sellers, Gamalier, we also work with buyers and investors. So if you're a buyer or an investor watching this video, go ahead and contact us. We can help you out as well.
And if you have any family or a friend that this video may be helpful and they're thinking about selling or buying or invest, please share the video with them. We also have, like Anna mentioned, a channel here that we talk about a lot of variety of videos for you to learn. Our
YouTube channel, Sturgis Realty Group. Make sure you subscribe to that. Click the notification bell. Like our videos. Join our YouTube family. We've got a lot to share with you.
And I just want to again thank you for watching this video. I hope this video has been helpful for you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.